Most men are trying to unfuck their lives in all the wrong places. Yeah, they think they need more motivation, more self help, more podcasts, more time to figure it out themselves. But the truth is, most people don't have a life problem. Yeah, they have a standards problem. And the clearest place your standards start to show is in your body, guys. All right, because your body, it shows the truth. It shows how you actually been living, how you eat, how you train, how you sleep, how you handle stress, and how many promises you actually keep to yourself. So if you feel lost, if you feel low energy and skinny fat and average and just stuck in your head and drifting through life, living for the weekends, and deep down, you know you got more in you, it all starts with your body. So get in the gym, guys. Start implementing good habits into your life. Not because a six pack is magically going to fix your life, but because the process of building your body, it forces you to become someone that you actually respect. Yeah, it forces discipline into your life. It forces structure. It forces standards. And that is what this video is about, guys. All right. It's about how to actually unfuck your life, starting with your body. And I've lived both sides. Yeah, I actually used to be some drifter, guys. I used to be that guy living for the weekends, going out getting pissed, known as the local pisshead. In all honesty, guys, I used to go out and get with all these minging birds and just get smashed, guys, and just have no real mission in life, no real mission, no standards. I hated myself, fucking hated myself, guys. Like I felt skinny fat. I had no level of self-respect, and I was never taken seriously in all through school. In all honesty, even through school, guys, I was known as that unconfident, anxious, unathletic kid. Yeah, but I always felt like there was more in me. I always wanted more out of life, and I just wasn't acting like it. I wasn't acting like it. I used to see all these films, these physiques, guys. Zac Efron, Baywatch is one of them. Brad Pitt, Troy, guys. That lean, that athletic, that sharp, that attractive look. Not some mass bodybuilder, not some massive sloppy mess. I just wanted to look like a movie star, in all honesty. I wanted to look aesthetic. I wanted to look athletic. And for years, guys, I blamed my metabolism. I blamed genetics. I blamed my body type. I blamed being too busy because of work. But the fact of the matter is, guys, I didn't have a genetic problem. All right, I had a lifestyle problem. My lifestyle was shit. It was shit, guys. And that is what a lot of people blame. They blame genetics. But the reality is, it's your lifestyle. All right, everyone has abs underneath. But most people are living this lifestyle that is literally covering them up. And it wasn't until, I remember, guys, I literally remember it like it was yesterday. I came back from a 7-day bender in Poland. And I remember just looking in the mirror, and it was the 1st of Jan 2024, or not even the 1st of Jan, it was like a couple of days before Christmas. And I just remember I was just getting so fucking sick, and I just couldn't take it anymore. My mum was very unwell at that time, and I just felt drained. And honestly, I was just embarrassed with my body. And it was a massive reality check, guys. I knew I had to step it up. I knew I had to stop being that old version of myself and just become someone that I actually respected when I looked in the mirror. So I built myself into someone that I actually respect. And now I'm able to live 10 to 12% body fat year round, fulfilling my mission on this earth, which I really feel like I was called to do this, give back to people, help people get in the best shape of their lives, and just build something meaningful. And it all started with just working on my own body. Yeah. And that really allowed me to just have a direction in life, in all honesty. Like I said, I was a drifter, guys. Like, this is why I don't see, your body as just fitness, guys. It's not just about fitness. It's not just about building muscle and losing body fat. Yeah, like fitness is the tool to life. It proves that you can change. It is about the identity shift, not just the physical transformation. And the thing is, guys, your body gives undeniable feedback. Yeah, you either trained or you didn't. You either ate clean or you didn't. You either kept that promise to yourself or you broke it. Like, you can't lie about it, guys. All right, you can't lie about being busy. You can't lie about wanting more. Yeah, the body literally tells the truth. And that physical discipline that you build through working in your body, it bleeds into everything. All right, your energy, your confidence, your clarity, your self-respect, how you actually carry yourself in your everyday life and what you actually tolerate. Yeah, building your body, that is the first domino. All right, it's not because abs solve everything, but it's the process that changes the man. Okay, it's that simple, guys. It's the part where you actually just get real with yourself and you stop fucking lying to yourself. Like, you can't lie, you can't cheat a good body. It's built through discipline. It's built through good daily habits, guys. It's built through standards. All right, your body, it shows your standards. All right, not what you say, but what you actually want, what you actually repeat, what you actually tolerate in your everyday life. And it just stops feeling like a phase, guys. That's how I used to see fitness, as some sort of phase. You know, I used to get in shape, guys, for holidays, did these 6-week panic cuts. You know, when I used to get these random bursts of motivation. I think a lot of people go into their fitness goals with no direction, no clear goal on where they want to get to. You always speak to someone, you know, even when guys come into my elite program, they don't have a clear direction on where they want to go with their physique, with their goals, guys. And they don't have any standards in their life. They don't have any direction. But it's about getting clear on who you're actually becoming, the character you're actually building yourself into. And it's about stepping into that man today. Yeah, that is identity, guys. You have to see and feel yourself as the man before the results even start to show. What I used to do even before I got in shape, guys, you know, when I wasn't looking how I wanted to look, every morning I would get up and get very clear on who I was becoming with my physique, guys, my AM process. All right, I used to journal. I used to write down the standards he's holding himself to, the long-term vision, visually, how's he looking? You know, his habits, his environment, everything, guys. I got very clear on a piece of paper. And this is what I give my clients, my identity calibration process. And there's not a morning that I don't do this, guys. All right, most people, they try to change their body without actually identifying that old version of them, their standards they're actually currently at. All right, so you want to get yourself a clear goal on where you're actually heading to, guys, and just start implementing good standards into your life. Another thing is training. All right, training is the vehicle to a good body. You have to have a plan in your training. You can't be winging it. You can't be having all these random workouts. It has to be custom to your physique, to your goals, guys. Yeah, your current position. Like for me, guys, right now I'm trying to blow up the shoulders. I'm trying to, you know, bring up the upper chest a little bit to just have that well-round proportion physique. Yeah, like peak aesthetics, it doesn't come from training sloppy. It doesn't come from training like a bodybuilder, doing arms every day and doing all these shitty bro splits, guys. All right, you need to have that intention there. You need to have that proper tempo, that proper intensity, proper execution, progressively overloading on a weekly basis, and just have that clear structure. You know, I'm walking in the gym today, guys, and I'm seeing far too much junk volume, in all honesty. And I'm seeing the gym as some sort of social event. Yeah, people standing around, scrolling, talking about the football, all this, guys. You shouldn't be treating the gym as a social event. You should be going in there, going to war with yourself, in all honesty. You know, I go in there training like a fucking absolute psycho, guys. Like, I don't speak to anyone. Like, you can speak to me after my session. All right, like, it's you versus you, guys. It's not about comparing yourself to this person, that person. But the world's gone soft. That's the reality, guys. The world absolutely trains soft. Far too many people are actually scared of a bit of discomfort, in all honesty, guys. Like, you need session to build that proof, guys. You need to be pushing yourself hard to failure on them sets, guys. And every session just showing up and just killing that version of you. Yeah, killing that version of you that you were last week. Every session I go in, I am killing that old identity. And again, with my clients, guys, I like to give them just a simple, structured training block. Yeah, just built around looking lean and looking athletic and looking sharp and aesthetic as fuck, which is what it's all about, guys. It's not about being some massive bodybuilder. Yeah, it's not about being some massive bodybuilder. And again, nutrition is so important, guys, in unfucking your life. You know, the first thing I fixed when I wanted to unfuck my life, guys, was my nutrition. I knew my diet was absolutely shit. You know, my diet consisted of pints and Uber Eats, in all honesty, for about 2-3 years, guys. But nutrition is fuel. Yeah, food is fuel. It's not comfort. It's not seen like clean eating, guys, should not be seen as a diet. Yeah, it should be seen as a standard. Like most lads, they're eating with chaos and then wondering why they feel like complete shit. They're having all these random meals and skipping food and snacking, mindlessly snacking throughout the day and having these takeaways and weekend blowouts. And then they wonder why they feel low energy. They feel shit mood. They are living in some fucking average body. All right. You need to be eating from whole foods at all time. And again, getting your macros dialed in. Yeah. Macros matter, guys. You know, calories matter, but it's not just about calories. Yeah. It's about the food quality. It's about the meal timings throughout the day. I was actually speaking with a client the other day, and he realized, you know, especially through the macro setup we had him on, he realized how much his energy had improved. He used to get these afternoon dips around 2 p.m. And it was purely down to just, you know, his macros being all over the place, guys. That is why meal timing is so important. Like for me, guys, what I personally like to do, I like to train in the afternoon around 3 p.m. So I like to keep it fairly high fat, high protein in the morning, just so I'm satiated. And then when I get closer to that workout time, then it's lower fats, higher carbs. And even post workout, it's high carbs, low fat, high protein. Yeah, we want to be restoring that glycogen, but we also want to be performing at our absolute peak, guys. Like it's so important getting your macros dialed in. You know, for me, guys, I used to just think it was protein all the time. You got to slam back these protein shakes and all of this, guys. I think I was eating 300 plus grams of protein. Like it's just completely unnecessary, guys. So make sure you get your macros dialed in, align to your goals, align to your activity levels. It's all going to vary person to person on their body weight, and hydration matters, guys. You know, this is something that I lacked over the years. You want to be, as a male, anywhere from 4 to 6 liters is good, depending on the person, depending on the activity. For me, guys, personally, I like to have 6 liters plus, but that's because I'm quite heavy on the caffeine, in all honesty. But make sure you have your meals structured. I'm hitting a simple meal plan at the moment, guys, and it just removes that decision fatigue. It keeps you on track with your goals. Yeah, you want to, at the end of the day, if you're watching this video, guys, you clearly want to unfuck your life. You clearly want to get rid of that chaos. So just get a simple meal plan in place. And again, I have them off-plan meals where needed. But again, when I'm going out, I'm being sensible with my options. Like if I'm going out to a restaurant, guys, I'm eating the salmon. I'm eating the lean steak. I'm eating the chicken breast. I'm eating something fucking clean. Like I used to do it, guys. I used to have that sticky toffee pudding and all this shit, guys. But it's about holding yourself to a high standard and actually being in control and being intentional with where you want to get to with your goals. Yeah, with that man that you actually respect. So make sure you're being wise with them off-plan meals. You know, I like to have a couple in the week, but for the most part, I'm just hitting a meal plan and finding the foods that actually agree with me. You know, for me, guys, I used to have these oats, these massive bowl of oats in the mornings. And that's that bodybuilding approach, in all honesty. And that just doesn't work, guys. Like you just end up having these afternoon crashes. Obviously, it all depends where you're having them workouts. But for me personally, guys, I found the carb sources that work well for me is white rice and sweet potato. I just seem to digest that pretty well. Again, a bit of sourdough in the morning. But it's about finding them meals that actually work for you. Again, every person's different, guys. But just find what works for you and just hit and repeat, in all honesty. I'd say that for everyone. I think that just gives you that clarity, that gives you that purpose, and it's just intentional. All right, you don't need to go the full bodybuilder approach. You also don't need to go keto or carnivore. Yeah, being one of these fucking retards online. I've done that approach, guys. When I first got in shape, when I first wanted to get down, when I first wanted to just lose a weight originally, in all honesty, guys, I started with a carnivore diet. And yes, you feel mentally sharp, you feel great, but you just end up looking in the mirror after a while and you just end up looking skinny fat, and it's a bit demotivating. Like when you're looking down, you just got no water, no glycogen in the muscles. It's very depressing, in all honesty, guys. Like you don't need to go keto, you don't need to go carnivore. You just need the macros aligned with your goals. Yeah, and where you actually place in them meals throughout the day. You need to have that standard. You want to be building a lean aesthetic physique. So make sure you have enough protein, make sure you have enough carbs to actually perform, and just make sure you're eating from whole foods. Yeah, clean digestion, sharp energy. That is what it's all about. You want to be going through life at 100 miles an hour, powering like a fucking absolute machine. Like if you're just eating fucking Greggs and McDonald's and pizza, guys, don't be shocked when your energy, when your mood, when your physique, and when your life is just complete chaos. So get your nutrition absolutely dialed in. It is one of the biggest things to unfucking your life. Now, the next thing is habits, guys. All right, do not rely on motivation. I was actually having a conversation with a guy on my Instagram the other day, and he said, how do you stay motivated? And my answer to him, guys, is motivation doesn't exist. It's that simple. Like, it doesn't exist. It's about discipline. Yeah, it's about having structure. Like, it's about having discipline. And discipline is built through repetition. It's built through actually having them daily non-negotiables. And that stops you from starting over every Monday. All right, like, guys, there's actually a link below to my CC10 daily habits, and I hit these habits every single day, no matter whatever. All 10 of them, guys. You know, the training, the macros, the steps, my AM process, PM process. All of this is so important, guys. Yeah, reading, priming my mind. Yeah, just getting myself in a good state. Work blocks. All right, in them work blocks, I got my headphones on. No distractions. I put my phone on do not disturb mode. Yeah, like, I'm always trying to grow, guys. If you're not growing, you're dying. And again, I am human. I have these afternoon dips occasionally where my energy might tank. What I do is my raise of frequency workouts, guys. All right, I drop to the floor. I get some press ups in. Always keep the dumbbells close by. You know, a couple curls, couple lateral raises, and we're back. We're powered. We're ready to go. Sometimes when you get these dips, guys, you're not tired. All right, you're not tired. You're not burnt out. It's just your body's a bit like a battery. Yeah, you just need to raise the frequency back up. And again, with your environment control is so important. All right, guys, like, it's about cleaning up your environment. Even just the simple habits of making your bed every day. Yeah, like, a lot of people miss that habit, but guys, it's so important. All right, once you install that discipline with yourself, everything just becomes automatic. That's where you build that self-respect. Like, guys, there is a great book. A lot of people always ask me, what books are you reading? And it's a bit of a generic one, in all honesty, but it's an absolute goated book, which I highly recommend. It is Atomic Habits. All right, make sure you read that book. The book's life-changing. It's one of them life-changing books. Again, a lot of people talk about it. You might have read it. But I used to laugh at habits, guys. But habits are so important to actually stay on track with your physique, with the person that you're becoming, and just building a lifestyle that you actually respect. It's that simple, guys. Like, I used to call it gay and all this, you know, and that just caused me to drift. All right, that caused me to drift. That caused me to fall back into that old identity. And now I just hit my daily non-negotiables daily, and that just keeps me aligned. Yeah, habits make the new identity repeatable. All right, you don't become a different man from 1 week. You become a different man from repeating the same actions again and again and again until it becomes automatic. You know, I used to do these fucking runs at 3 a.m, guys. Did I want to do it at the start? No. But you start doing things that you maybe don't want to do at the start. You start doing things that may be a little bit uncomfortable. And then over time, everything becomes automatic. Like, you could be sat here, you could be fat as fuck right now. Okay? Maybe you don't want to go to the gym. Maybe you don't want to hit your macros. But it's all important, guys, to start implementing these habits in place. And then it just becomes the norm. It becomes a lifestyle, guys, and not some fucking phase, which is what caused me to usually drift. Like I say, I used to get in shape for these holidays and lose it. It's about building yourself into someone you respect. And that all comes down, again, to your environment. Your environment is either working against you or it's working for you. Yeah, the food in your house, guys. Do you have the chocolate? Do you have the biscuits? Do you have the cookies? All of this shit, guys. The processed microwavable meals in your house. You need to get rid of it. Even apps. Yeah, apps on your phone that ain't aligned with you. Apps that are causing you to drift. Snapchat. TikTok, guys, was one for me. All right, brain rot. It's fucking brain rot. Delete it. Instagram could be one. You know, I know, guys, when I first wanted to step up my lifestyle, I deleted Instagram. I went completely off the map. I went monk mode. I went completely ghost, guys. Like, these apps could be lowering your frequency throughout the day. It could be a massive fucking distraction from who you want to become. Yeah, like the IG scrolling. I had a guy message me about he's got an IG scrolling addiction, maybe a porn addiction, guys. All right, you need to start cutting the vices. Maybe it's the places you're going to. Maybe you're going to the pub on the weekends and you know that's not aligned with that lean athletic version of you. So just cut it the fuck out. Maybe it's the people you hang around. Yeah, the conversations that you're entertaining in the pub, in the workplace, guys. All this low frequency noise, it's going to affect your energy throughout the day. Yeah, like if everything around you is feeding that old identity of you that you're trying to escape, guys, don't act shocked when that old identity literally just keeps coming back. And again, that's why it's about having that self-awareness. It's about actually, self-awareness matters, guys. It's a skill that you actually come to develop. Even now, I'm just removing bad habits. I'm knowing where I'm slipping, guys. I'm just self-conscious of the bad habits that I have in place. And I'm just working on, replacing them with good ones, guys. And it's about removing them triggers and replacing them with just better inputs. For me, I used to have all this mindless snacking. Now what I do if I ever get these cravings, I just go on a walk, guys. All right, like most of the time you're just bored if you're having all these mindless snacking, guys. It's about keeping your energy and your mental state clean. And it's about just getting rid of the things and the people pulling you back and keeping things that actually moving you forward, guys. Maybe getting into the right rooms, getting around the right people, maybe investing in that coach. Yeah, that's going to literally 10x your results. All right, you can't become a high standard individual whilst just constantly staying around low frequency environments, low standard environments. And again, the next thing, structure. All right, structure, guys. This stops you slipping backwards. I used to be the most unproductive fucker. I used to come home and have these afternoon naps and scroll and just do fuck all. Just watch Netflix, guys, and have bad sleep and low energy and just be drained and have no real clarity, in all honesty. No clear direction in life. Like I say, I was a drifter, in all honesty. I felt I had no mission in life. But I believe everyone has a mission, but they just get distracted. But when you don't have that structure in place, even if you got in shape in the past, guys, you just end up losing it. All right, you end up losing it. That's the reality, guys. Like, if you struggle to hold condition, maybe you've got to 12% body fat before. The piece that was missing for me, I found, was the structure, guys. Yeah, anyone can lock in for a few weeks, but it's about building a life where your standards actually stick. So get a weekly structure in place. I'm talking even now, guys, with my clients, they found once they have that weekly structure in place, they just had that carry. Yeah, like even the training times, guys, is systemized. Maybe it's the food shop that's systemized. It's their meal prepping blocks that's systemized. The AM process, the PM process, the work blocks, the social media boundaries, bedtime. All right, guys, weekly standards, weekend standards. Like, it sounds all extreme, guys, but I'm telling you now, that clarity creates purpose. And as a man, we need a mission. Yeah, we need to have a mission. Like I say, if you're not growing, you're dying. Like, you should know what your day actually requires. And I just, like I say, I give it to my clients, guys, just a weekly structure calendar. They know exactly what they're doing day to day, what time they're going to the gym, what they're training that day. And that just allows the standards to stick. That's how you actually stay lean year round. And it just becomes normal. And 10 to 12% body fat, it becomes the standard, guys. Because if you're spilling over 12% body fat, in my mind, you're fat as fuck. Yeah, if your week has no structure, literally emotions will get in the way, stress will get in the way. Even for me now, guys, I'm balancing a brand, I'm balancing social media, I'm balancing my meals, I'm still prepping my meals, I'm still making sure I'm getting my training in, my cardio in. It's all non-negotiable. All right, it's all non-negotiable for me. All my 10 daily habits, I'm hitting them. Yeah, my AM process, I'm still allowing for that time. Far too many people say they don't have the time, but it's the structure, guys. All right, emotions will get a hold of you if you don't have that structure in place. Yeah, emotions will run your life. All right, so make sure you get a weekly structure in place. Systemize it. It doesn't have to be every hour of the day, but just know what you're doing on a daily basis. And that just allows you just to have that fucking clarity and actually have that intention in life. Like, this isn't about fitness. This isn't about becoming a gym bro. This isn't about just having abs for the Instagram or building muscle and losing body fat. It's actually just about rebuilding yourself into someone you respect. And that all starts with fixing your body and just actually proving that you can change. You know, actually having that self-belief in yourself. I doubted myself for years, guys. I didn't believe I could do it. You know, if I really thought I'd be where I was today a couple years ago, like, I'd say bollocks. Yeah, I was a fucking complete pisshead. I was a complete loser. Like, take it from me, guys. Take it from a guy that literally used to be about 25% body fat and just had no confidence. Yeah, and absolutely fuck all confidence. No energy. All right, drifting, guys. But once you actually go all in on your body, once you actually go psycho on your physique, again, your confidence is going to change. Your energy is going to change. That self-belief, that self-respect, how you actually carry yourself is going to change. Yeah, what you actually tolerate. Like, how seriously you actually take yourself. All right, it's about installing a new identity, guys. It's not about the physical transformation. The physical transformation is just a surface, but it's about who you're actually becoming. That is the real journey. That is the real transformation. All right, you're not just building a better body. Like I say, you're not just building a better body, guys. You're building proof that you can actually become someone you respect. And again, if you're watching this and you know that you're just done living below your potential, you're done with that old version of you, you're done being skinny fat, you're done feeling average, you're done lacking that structure, having just fucking low energy, and you just know that there's more in you, and you just want to go psycho with it, guys, you need to start acting like it. Yeah, you need to start acting like it. This is exactly what I do inside my elite program. We don't just give you, you know, workouts and some shitty meal plan, guys. We literally build a full system around your training, around your nutrition, around your habits, around that weekly structure, and just reinstalling a new identity. So you can literally build a lean, athletic physique and hold that 10 to 12% body fat year-round standard, guys. That is what it's about. All right, it's not about being some fucking bodybuilder and all this, guys, and, you know, getting in shape for a holiday, guys. It's about becoming the man that you actually respect. So you can shoot me a message over on my Insta, guys, or there's a link down below, and I'll be happy to get back to you if we're aligned, guys. And again, your body is not just your body. It is physical proof of your standards. So stop waiting for motivation. Motivation simply doesn't exist. Stop waiting for the perfect time. I drifted for years, guys, all right? Like, there is going to be no perfect time. It's about going all fucking in now and reaching your potential. It all starts with your body. It's about killing that old version of you and just training properly and eating properly and just building the habits, structure to your weeks, guys, and just raising your standards and just rebuilding the body, guys. So if you're done, if you're looking to unfuck your life, guys, start with your body. Yeah, that is the first thing. Like, it's going to change how you actually look at yourself, how you actually feel about yourself, and it's going to build that self-belief. All right. So I hope you took some value from this video, guys. And yeah, let's go.